Welcome back to another episode of War in Cali. In this episode, I'ma detail the Piru Gangsta Crips. The Piru Gangsta Crips are from Lynwood, California, and that's where they got their name from, on a street in Lynwood called Piru. The Pirus originated around 1973 and later added the Gangsta Crip on their name. With Lynwood being so close to Compton, they had a lot of Compton rivals. Their first enemies were the Pirus in Compton, like looters and mob. Their wars with the Pirus over the years would be deadly. Over the years, the Pirus would develop rivalries with fellow Crip gangs, but the mob Pirus would be one of their deadliest rivals. Now the mob Pirus, who I covered in a previous episode, started in the 1970s on the east side of Compton and became one of the most known and hated Piru sets, known for being one of the deadliest gangs in the city of Compton. Now the mob Pirus gained several rivals since their existence, like the Southside Crips, the Santana Block Crips, the Piru Crips, and several other gangs. They even beef with fellow Piru hoods like Looters Park. Now the Pirus have had many wars with Pirus and other Crips, and that's what I'm going to detail in this episode. But with that being said, let's get into some cases. Larry and his homie Recall went to a party in Long Beach. They were from Piru Gangsta Crip. At the party, it was a bunch of insane Crips from Long Beach. Larry and one of the insanes named Vin would get into an altercation. This led to Vin and the other insanes jumping Larry. Recall just sat there and watched as Larry got jumped. He ran when he seen one of the insanes pull out a gun. Witnesses in the party would say they seen Larry getting jumped and stabbed, and then multiple shots being fired at Larry. Larry was shot multiple times and stabbed as well. This led to him losing his life. Vin would be later charged with the shooting, and he received a life sentence. Dan and Calvin from Piru and two of their homies popped up at a woman named Tony's house. One of their friends named Ant was killed weeks prior, so they went to her house because they heard Dario from Cali Park Crip, who lived there, had something to do with Ant's killing. The Pirus kicked down the door of the house and ran in. A man named Dario and Gary were inside the house. Dario was able to get away by running out, but Gary was shot multiple times, taking his life. Stan and Calvin will both get life for the shooting. Lonnie and Ted were with a group of people outside of a store. A lot of mob Pirus came to the store and often hung out in the area. Moments later, a car pulled up on the opposite side of the street and started shooting at the crowd of people. Lonnie and Ted were both shot. Ted survived, but Lonnie was shot 11 times and died from his wounds. The car in the shooting later crashed into a light pole and was identified by witnesses who were able to give a description of the shooter and the car. The car crashed because the shooters themselves got shot later in an unrelated incident. The shooter's name was Quincy, and he was from Piru. Him crashing the car and having shells with his fingerprints inside the car while he did the shooting all led to him being arrested at the hospital. Quincy would say he didn't do the shooting because there was no way he was inside that car, but he was at a bus stop at the time. But this was later proven not to be true, and Quincy later received a life sentence. On August 4th, 2007, Carlos was parked in front of Ace Liquor Store to buy snacks for his girlfriend. Ron and Tim were at the store with a few friends. Soon over 40 shots was fired, leading to Ron and Tim both being shot, but both men survived. But Carlos' girlfriend wouldn't be so lucky. She was shot multiple times, and she lost her life. 16 different cameras in the area. This would easily lead to the shooters being caught. They were mob Pirus named Maurice and Rob. Both men were charged with the shooting. On August 21st, a man was shot on Carlin Avenue in the Piru turf. On August 24th, Ed was wearing all blue and was with his friend Mac at a mechanic shop. They both would be shot multiple times. Ed was shot 13 and Mac was shot 4 times. Wiretaps would pin all these shootings to the mob Pirus and the Piru war. On July 28th, 2009, Eric was shot at a park in Lynwood. Eric was with his girlfriend Monique at the park when he seen Devontae from Lynwood neighborhood Crip. Eric knew Devontae for going to Lynwood High School with him. The Lynwood neighborhood Crips are a gang from the east side of Lynwood and have been around for decades. They also have been around beefing with the Pirus and also the Piru Crips among many other gangs. Devontae would walk up to Eric and press him and start dissing Piru, which Eric was affiliated with. Devontae pulled out a strap and Eric started to run. He fell being shot multiple times, but he later survived. Many people in the park seen the whole shooting and were able to identify Devontae. At trial, Eric would put Devontae out as the shooter, and so did several witnesses at the park. Devontae would receive 25 years to life for the shooting. This will conclude this episode. If you haven't already, make sure you check out my previous episodes. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.